Podcast.
And we're back. Episode 10, the Dirty 30 Podcast. Buffalo Soldier. We're featuring Slob Glass on this one, baby.
What's up, Robbie?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, dude, you're going to have to liven up a little bit on that one, baby.
Okay, wake up. Wake up.
How you doing, Robbie?
I'm good. Shaking off the weekend.
Long one. It's been a weekend. Hell of a weekend. We're coming at you from Buffalo, New York. And as promised, a special edition of the Dirty 30 Podcast. Episode 10, Buffalo Soldiers coming at you. And what an episode we have planned for you guys.
Yeah, I gotta be real. So we've got all these cool plans, but now's the catch. We're feeling it. We're on the very tail end of this trip, so we just had easily one of the craziest weekends we've had in a long time. We're all together, which is even crazier because we only do this stuff on PlayStation these days. Yeah, it's just this has been fucking crazy, man. That Buffalo, New York's been treating us well. The people here. Every Time I Die, throw on this giant show this whole weekend. The hospitality of the people of Buffalo is mind-blowing.
Can never be understated, man. This place has been so welcoming. And I don't know if it's just because the show's in town this weekend. I don't know if people got put on notice, like, yo, there's going to be a bunch of out-of-towners here, so you guys better act right. But, man, I've just felt the love everywhere we've gone this weekend.
Yeah, I felt the Buffalo love.
Buffalo love.
Buffalo love, baby.
Yeah, the weather was pretty good while we were here. I feel like we got in a pretty good pocket. It stayed a little bit warm. It was like in the 40s, but we did get some snow too. So I feel like we got like kind of the wide gamut of Buffalo, you know, as far as winter goes.
Speaking of 40s too, I haven't drinking any 40s since being here, but I've had so many tall cans of Blue Lights, baby.
Labatt,
224s equals a 44, so.
It's 48.
Oh, well.
But yeah.
48 ounces to freedom.
It's perfect, baby.
That was perfect.
No, it's the beer out here. So there's a lot of really good local beers, a lot of good local brews that we've been having. Honestly, I've been drinking way too much. It's been wonderful. But those Blue Lights. So where I'm living now, we got Rainier, and I was switched up by Rainier because that's just PBR with a different label. Don't let them fool you. That's all this is too. It's basically the PBR of Buffalo, and it's beautiful. I'd like to think it runs. Yeah, it runs in the blood.
It's better than Bud Light. I'm gonna go out and say it. I mean, I'd rather drink a Labatt Blue Light than drink a Bud Light.
It's Labatt, baby.
It's Labatt Blue Light, baby.
No, but it's been crazy. This whole shit's been crazy. I think we'll just start you off. I think one thing we're not going to really stick to the normal structure in this one because this one's just first off we're all in person, so it's just the vibes are very high in this one. Yeah, if you're mopping what I'm spilling, but outside of that, it's we normally have our little segments. We have our list of. We have we're still going to party with some people in the past. We're still going to stick to a very loose version of the structure, but with like our list of, we're not going to go a top 10 list. We're just going to list the things that we've kind of done, places we've eaten so far, the food in Buffalo. I know we've kind of talked about the beer so far, but the food in Buffalo is next level.
A fat kid's dream, really.
Yeah, really. It's made for fat people.
And spoilers to the listeners. We're three fat dudes. This is fucking epic. This is three fat guys. Fucking.
I was thinking about it last night. Is that if we put all the food that we ate this weekend just like on this table right now, we would all be disgusted.
It would be covered in cheese curds and gravy.
My cholesterol is several levels higher.
That's the fuck. But on that, I'm gonna start it. I'm starting our list of right off the bat, I'm coming out swinging with this.
Buffalo.
And I'm going Wing King for my number one.
Ooh.
Not in ranked in my love for it, but maybe my love. Maybe this is subliminally me loving Wing King the most. And it wasn't for the wings. It was because they let us smoke a blunt in their after hours, and they were probably the dopest dudes that I've met.
The atmosphere, the experience of Wing King. Shout out to my boys at Wing King.
Bud Harden.
They're coming out to California, they said. If this is true, I don't know. I also got word from other Buffalo locals that shop where Wing King is flips out all the time, and it's not a consistent business.
They're a trap wing shop.
It does feel like that, trap wing shop. But it's got some trap boys right here, and us trap boys will smoke a blunt after hours with you. If anyone out there's got a wing place and wants to smoke blunts with us, just let me know. Email us, the dirty30podcast@gmail.com.
We'll come smoke a blunt and do a podcast at your wing spot. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
Those pizza logs at Wing King, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
if that makes the list up for sure, Robbie. That's pizza logs, and this is something I had no idea about when I came to Buffalo. It essentially is an egg roll mixed with just a slice of pepperoni pizza. I think that's the best way. That's the best way to put it. Pretty much, it's an egg roll, and inside is rolled with cheese and pepperoni, and you dip that shit in some marinara.
Marinara, baby.
And that was ridiculous. Apparently, it's a Buffalo staple, and we already found out you can buy them frozen online. So
yeah, we were calling them pizza sticks,
pizza rolls,
and then the locals spoke, and they said, "Nah, those are logs.
Those are logs."
They're
bitch.
right. It is far from a pizza roll.
A log." And I like to feel, and I said this yesterday. Ren and Stimpy came full circle in my life because as a young kid, they taught me, the love for log. And now it's, was that a stretch? Come on.
That was good.
Was that a stretch or what?
Yeah, that was good.
No, but those things, this is that fat kid dream. But I want to say this too. If you're skinny, come to Buffalo.
Yeah.
They don't discriminate, but also keep Buffalo a secret. I like this. Portland's got the keep Portland weird.
Yeah.
Buffalo
secret.
Keeping it a secret.
I kind of feel that vibe too. It seems like a very cherished local, you know what I mean, sort of thing. That's like, we built this community here, and we don't want any outside fuckers coming in and ruining it. So fucking
just for
keep
the
it a
weekend.
secret. Yeah, just for the weekend.
I feel like Buffalo's earned it. They're a lot of battle-hardened, blue-collar dudes, and I think they deserve to have their city the way they want it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's probably the most real statement to be said in this whole podcast. We like to joke a lot, but that's real as shit.
Yeah.
These people are fucking. This is a real America.
They earned this shit.
They earned it.
There's a sense of community, dude. We live in Southern California. Dude, there's so many different people there that it gets splintered off, the sense of community isn't there. And then, I always look at it this way, and I say this, I work in the entertainment industry, so I work with a bunch of people that aren't from LA, but it's like, of course LA is full of assholes. It's a city full of people that thought that they were too good for where they came from.
That's very true.
It's like, goddamn, dude, that's so true.
Speaking of being too good where you come from, something that we were not too good for, and it was almost too good for us. Robbie, will you tell us or tell them, what did we have twice on this trip? What did we put in one more time last night because of its fucking quality?
Huge shout out to Allentown Poutine Company.
Yes, the Cheyne, Allentown Smith, baby. I'm coming for you.
Just
I'm coming for
cover me in gravy. Bury me outside the Allentown Poutine Company.
With gravy smothered.
Cheese curds.
Covered and chunked. Yeah, Robbie made the call earlier. His dick smells like cheese curds.
It's true.
Honestly, I was freaked out that it looked like a cheese curds, but tripped
I've
me
been
out.
wearing the same Long Johns for 3 days.
Smells like cheese, baby.
You guys ever smelled a hockey bag before?
Oh, that's fucked. Yeah. So Allentown Allen Street, one of them, Allentown Allen Street, Poutine Company. They, hey, for the record, Mo just walked in.
The mayor of Buffalo just walked in the room. Everybody,
And another spoiler. We recorded this on Sunday. We did a little, and Mo's in here in a Bills jersey. We got game day.
Yo, go Bills.
Yeah, baby. This is dope because this is we've done a guest on the podcast before, but this is probably the coolest guest experience because we're doing this remote. And yeah, it's football Sunday in Buffalo, New York, where Buffalo's winning this year. Buffalo's actually doing well. Not to say that in a bad way, but I'm 32 years old.
It's been a long time.
It's been a minute. I haven't noticed it in a while. And on top of that, this kind of veers away from the list, everything. But we went to a Preds play the Sabres, and we got to watch the Sabres win in real life. That was
epic,
fucking
dude.
crazy.
I was drinking Yinglings like there was no tomorrow, man. Never had a single one in my life.
Yingling clan ain't nothing to fuck with. That's what I've been saying my whole life.
That's good. That's good. I've heard the lore of Yingling. Never been. Well, I've been to the East Coast, but I'd never had it while I was here. And then every friend that's come to Buffalo or anywhere on the East Coast, like, you got to try Yingling. And then we saw them at the arena at Key Bank, and that I had to get one, and I've been sipping them since.
Yeah. I'm trying to think the first time. I think the first time I had Yingling was in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Martin Sanchez, Marty Party. If you've listened, you know of Marty Party now. He just kept yelling, "Rest in peace, Harambe." We were out there with new language in the U's, but I was fresh off Harambe's death in Cincinnati, and keep in mind that all happened there, so it was fucking hilarious. And Martin's just screaming it into the mic between songs. It was so good. But the used merch dude, he's like, "Oh, trust me," gets these beers, and yeah, we probably drank like 10 of them, and just got too drunk to even help the band anything. Probably, I don't know. It was so on point. Those beers. It's another classic lager. This place doesn't fuck around with IPAs and all the other shit that all of hipster America is doing. I think
I wouldn't say that we do.
You do.
We do.
You do, but
We're definitely a very lager city for sure.
a lot of quality lagers.
Yeah.
What was the Foghorn Leghorn, Tim?
Southern Tier something
Also,
fog.
don't
Lighthorn Fog.
Don't order it Foghorn Leghorn too, because they don't know what you're talking about, and they think you're a fucking idiot.
It's a good IPA.
It was really good. That's the thing is that I'm a huge fan of hazy IPAs. I mean, living on the West Coast, we kind of got the craze a little late because it's a East Coast, New England centric beer. It's technically a New England style IPA, unfiltered, but the quality of those IPAs that I've gotten here in Buffalo has been wild. I was thinking about sending myself a care package, if I'm being honest. I'm just ship myself some beer.
This brings us to another part of the list.
Yeah.
And Mo's here now.
Yes.
You know what we had? Where we actually got some quality wings.
Dude, the best wings I've had in Buffalo.
And truly, fucking hell of a slice. Hell of some slices right there. We're going to Allentown Pizza.
Allentown Pizza.
Allentown Pizza is... I think this whole Allentown area of Buffalo, maybe because we are just grown-up hipsters, and this is kind of that... It feels like Long Beach. It feels like for me, it feels like kind of where Tacoma's coming.
It's the indie section for sure.
Yeah, but hey... I like that shit. There's a bubble guy. There's a guy that blows fucking bubbles out the window
man.
all goddamn life. Not even day. He's doing it for his life.
How could you have bad vibes when you're walking down the street and you just have a bubble hit you in the face?
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Well,
can't be in a bad mood.
I mean...
Those little pepperonis, dude. Those little peps.
Oh, true. Yeah, back
cup
to
and char.
the pizza.
Cup
back
and
to
char
the
peps.
pizza.
Yeah, dude, that place was quality slice of pie and those wings. Well,
You know when the roof of your mouth is burning from the sauce just being so hot?
But you just don't care.
But you're already at bite 3, bite 4? That's what it was. I still got blisters.
I
still got blisters. Yeah, baby.
Skin right now, baby.
Loosened up that.
Those were hot for you? Those were medium.
No, not the spice. I'm talking fresh, hot
Gotcha.
sauce
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that pizza. But
And
you take
just can't stop eating.
you take a bite and you do this one. You do this one. And
Yep.
nothing happens. Nothing happens because then you're like, fuck it. Fight fire with fire here. Bite 2. Bite 3. It's just what we're doing now. And yeah, I fucking crushed 2 slices of pizza faster than I don't know. It's New York. And it's not New York City. This is something I've come
Buffalo
to
pizza.
find out. Yeah, Buffalo's got its own thing where it's, and not even because geographically it kind of is halfway between New York City and Chicago, but it is not as thick as Chicago pizza, but it's not as bullshit thin as New York City.
It's
pizza.
kind of like Detroit pizza, except the sauce is just a little sweeter.
It's sweet sauce,
What makes
baby.
the sauce sweet?
Sugar.
Yeah, that's
Tell you the truth.
that's probably
All
about
right,
it.
yeah, just sugar, just fucking.
But it's a nice sweet sauce. You got to get that middle, like where it's not too sweet, but it's like
Not too tangy.
See,
Yeah, exactly.
in my head, Buffalo treats their marinara like the ghetto treats Kool-Aid with the old school 90s Kool-Aid where you have to just do a giant scoop of sugar and then you go, nah. And then you just take the bag. And you just take that bag and we're eyeballing the next fucking 13, 14 seconds of sugar pour right here. And that's the sauce, baby. That's what makes the sauce.
I feel like everybody's been there too. You know,
I know. When I say
for
ghetto,
sure.
don't take this weird when I say ghetto, but there's one person probably listening that might not have ever had Kool-Aid. Maybe fuck that person. Sorry.
Oh, you Capri Sun ass drinking
Yeah,
motherfuckers.
Pacific Cooler only. Come on, no, we had Kool-Aid and then what was the big
Dang.
jug of like green juice.
Tampico.
Oh,
dude.
Tampico made all the flavors.
That's probably West Coast centric.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that.
You don't know
You don't got
Tampico?
Tam. Oh, well,
No.
you're not Mexicans.
Made for the Latin
Can I
community.
say that?
Can
I say that in
Tell you
Buffalo?
the truth, we're Puerto Rican over here.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Okay.
But we did recently, probably within the last 5 years, we got some like legit Mexican joints where like they got busted for illegals.
Oh,
Ooh.
like
That's
Canadian.
how, that's how you get your street cred right
They
there.
came down from Canada. Like
That's some real ice activity.
Oh, was that a winter pun?
That was a winter reference.
winter pun.
yeah, there's icy puns. And then, you know what's kind of fucked up is that, you know, we're all probably, maybe, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but there's such a nice hangover going on right now that even that pun just fucking hit me in my head right now. It just bricked off. It just fucking hit the table like, ain't nothing.
I'm
What
empty
else do we
inside.
eat? What the fuck else do we eat?
Well, we mentioned poutine, we mentioned pizza, we mentioned wings. I mean, that's been the majority of it.
Nick's place.
No,
Oh,
Mo.
The Greeks have come to conquer, baby. Mo just reminded it. We went to Nick's place. He took us out there, where his wonderful wife and now newborn son came to they met up with us. Awesome experience too, because this place does have a nice little family, hometown little cafe. But it's Greek. It's Greek owned, and they make all their own bread. So it kind of has that vibe of like, you walk into the place where they like hoard stuff, kind of, and like it's not like a clean little tiny diner. It's like you fucking walk into a family's house type vibe. Sit in the fucking back, shut the fuck up. You take your order. We're coming in quick, and there were people in and out. Dude, it was busy, and you know why? It's the quality of everything is fucking top notch, super good homemade.
Yeah, the way
And it's not overpriced either.
Oh
No, the price-
5 people ate for $48 or some shit.
that's one thing we should mention on this. We're listing all these food places, and you know, we talked about how great the beer and the food is here in Buffalo, and the people. And another thing worth mentioning is just how like reasonable everything is priced. Is that all the food that we've had everywhere? It's been like for traveling and planning financially to spend money. You know what I mean, on vacation. It's been like every place we've gone is like
Even the hockey.
$7 meal, $8 meal, 10. You know what I mean? Like
Well, the thing is people when they think New York, they think New York City.
yeah,
And yes, that is expensive as fuck.
yeah.
But if you can be outside of the city, like Rochester, Buffalo, Syracuse, places like that, you can live very reasonably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at Nick's place, the way that Mo described this initially before we had went was pretty much, I like breakfast places where it's just my whole plate is just scrambled together and I just get this mound of breakfast food,
Just a pile of
So that
good.
was the picture that was
baby.
painted for me walking in, and it did not disappoint. I got the scramble, and it was exactly like you said. It was literally like 7 ingredients just scrambled together on a plate, but it tasted like it was elevated. I don't
Yeah.
even know how.
And like I got the Nick's special. It's literally scrambled eggs mixed with hot dogs,
Yeah.
peppers, onions, and it's just covered in Texas hot sauce. Like the good old meaty Texas
Yeah.
hot sauce,
I didn't scramble, but it was nothing against the scramble because honestly, everything looked fucking
Yo, that ham
wonderful.
off the bone was
I
good.
went ham off the bone, baby. And Robbie brought up a very good point. A lot of times you get that ham off the bone and you're going dry. Those ham steaks. It's maybe
Overcooked.
Maybe it was kosher there. Is that contradicting itself too? Because is there such thing as kosher?
Yeah, I don't think the Greeks are Jewish.
Kosher ham.
Hey, there could be some Greeks that are Jewish. Who knows?
Hey, they still eat kosher, baby. And we also saw a market while we're at another place that we ate too. We saw a market where at one point it said kosher on the window.
Yeah.
But because now it's just fucking they're selling old beef jerky and shit, they just kind of put white out over the window and wrote fresh.
So just like fresh meat now. It
But
either
was
said
like
like
a completely different writing. I don't know. But that ham off the bone, moist, baby. It was moist. I know that's a wonderful word to use to describe ham off the bone, but it was. And then
if you're talking breakfast ham, dude, that's how you want it.
I want all my ham moist. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, just to remind everybody out there, Robbie's dick smells like cheese curds.
Like curds.
That's the reoccurring joke through this episode. Is right before we started, Robbie was like, "My dick smells like cheese curds."
So we all
he
smelt
was-
it.
Yeah.
Too much poutine.
Too much. Not enough, actually.
Oh, look at that.
We're going back for round
Allen
3.
Street, baby. On that note, though, we did eat the other little diner where we saw that weird little kosher market.
Yeah. That was the Bread Hive.
Kosher market. Yeah, Bread Hive. Bread Hive was cool.
Delicious breakfast sandwich.
Yeah, I had maple syrup on my
Their
sandwich.
sandwiches, and they make their own breads also.
Yeah, both
So, like,
both
all
places
their
make
sandwiches
all
are
their own
legit.
breads.
Gender fluid sandwich spot.
Well, they were all named with women's names. I'll point that out. So I don't know how fluid it really was.
Oh, I
but
got
Yeah.
the Aaliyah.
I
got
did get the Aaliyah.
We all got the Aaliyah, and these dudes got awkward while we were sitting in there because I took my first bite and said and yelled in this place.
He did.
This sandwich makes me want to die in a plane crash.
No, it was so honestly, it was like the joke landed too. It wasn't that neither of us took it in, but you had old fucking Henry and Rosetta, fucking 90-year-old couple sitting behind us probably, and then you get that joke. And at first too, when I'm stoked about something, usually it's not wanting to die in a plane crash. Usually that's like, man, this doesn't taste good. And mine was tasting good. And then it was another one of I think I was hungover then too. But I registered it slow on the fact that Aaliyah did die in a plane crash. And then we went on to talk about because of too much
My
luggage.
cousin cried.
It was too much luggage.
He was very sad.
He was sad. Shout out him, dude. We're sorry. I hope your wounds have healed since.
It was a great joke though. It landed. We could have gotten the Shania because it was her birthday last episode. Or no, it wasn't her birthday. They aired a video. I don't know.
You wanted to feel like a woman.
No, she just doesn't impress me much.
Don't impress me much.
I thought about the Britney too and just shaving my fucking head right there in the restaurant.
Right? Just have a mental breakdown in the lobby. Just be like, sorry, I had the Britney.
Well, they did have a Britney, but it would have been cool if they had a crazy Britney too. You know, maybe put some hot sauce on
Grilled
it or something.
onions.
They're like, it's the crazy Britney.
Yeah,
It's got pineapple on it.
yeah.
Fucking wild.
Yeah. So that pretty much gets us through our food section. That was the majority of what we ate while we were out here in
And
Buffalo.
these. Majority of my diet has
shout out
been
to
these.
Uncrustables.
Shout out to Uncrustables. Robbie brought one to the bar and had it in his pocket for about a good 3 hours,
Right?
and then pulled that out at probably the most crucial time. So shout out Robbie. Shout out Smuckers and the Uncrustable brand.
Yeah, this episode is not actually brought to you, but we're trying to get a sponsorship. Smuckers, if you go to smuckers.com and try to use promo code the Dirty 30 Podcast, it might tell you that it's not valid, but just keep trying.
Yeah, if enough
soon.
of you guys try, then eventually they'll make that code active.
That's
you
how
know
it
what I'm
works.
saying?
That is
So-
how it works.
I want to throw it out there too. I'm not just only on page with grape. We only had grape this weekend, but I have had the honey ones. I've had the Nutella ones, and I'm not even a Nutella fan. Yeah, I said it. Sue me, Ovaltine kids. I don't really like fucking Nutella.
Yo, if my apartment could be sponsored by PBR, you could be sponsored by fucking Uncrustables.
You hear that?
There's hope.
I think we should
Smuckers,
touch
baby.
on one more food thing. The cereal factory here.
Oh, we didn't get to eat it,
Mills.
but General Mills is here. So the entire time through the show. So yeah, we ate, but we've been here for a show this weekend. The show was located right next to General Mills.
Yeah, that's why there's a quote that's like, "My city smells like Cheerios," and that is why.
And there's no lie. At one point yesterday, it was snowing, and according to Mo, it wasn't snowing hard, which I agree with. But I'm from California, so any snow to me looks like a goddamn blizzard. You know what I mean? But I was standing outside of the venue, and it's across the street from the General Mills factory, and it just smelled like fucking delicious Lucky Charms, and it was snowing and like whiteout everywhere, and it was like a fucking magical winter wonderland.
I was pretending that it was snowing Lucky Charms. It was a dream come true.
Mouth open, just.
Yeah, the snow didn't taste like
what's
Lucky Charms.
better than those marshmallows, you know?
You ever slammed a marshmallow? When you put it in a needle, put it in your arm. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, but I've boofed a marshmallow.
If anyone's listening, don't do
done
that. Yeah, they're free if you boof them.
Yeah.
That's what you do with the dust at the end of the bag.
Yeah.
The gummers. Yeah, so that's kind of all we ate. We ate a lot of food. There's so much shit that we probably forgot about. But let's just run it into like another segment. And this one is going to be fucking great. We're partying with people of the past. And this is something that we're actually about to go do.
Yes.
Mo's here. And so we're about to go have like a little adventure before some airport shit and fucking, before the end of this trip runs down. One of those things are visiting the grave of Rick motherfucking James.
Give it to me, babe.
Give it to me, baby.
He's in Buffalo.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine
Yeah.
is a hell of a drug, and I'm excited to go to this gravestone. I mean, we have a joint rolled. We're gonna blow one up for our old boy Rick James. But in this segment, we always try to give you guys an idea of what partying with this person would be like, and I don't think that we could do it much justice compared to the epic story from Charlie Murphy on the Chappelle Show. I mean, if you guys want to get an idea of what partying with Rick James was like, and you haven't seen that, then for sure go do that, because that's probably the best way to do it. But Rick James was born on February 1st, 1948, and he died August 6, 2004. He was born in Buffalo, New York. No surprise why he's buried here. That makes perfect sense. And died out in...
It's just where he died.
Yeah.
They buried him here.
Nope, he died in L.A., which, kind of poetic, dude from Buffalo went out to Los Angeles, got addicted to drugs.
I think he died with drugs in his system as well.
Oh, I'm sure he did. And for anybody that doesn't know, Rick James was a huge party animal, liked to do a lot of cocaine. I mean, that was his era, the 70s going into the 80s, Los Angeles, yada, yada. But yeah, we're going to go pay our honors to Rick James today and go smoke a joint on his grave. And he's this week's Party with People of the Past, not only to keep it Buffalo-centric, but also because we had no idea that Rick James was from here before Mo fucking told us.
Yeah,
I was like, Rick James is here.
The
dude.
original person that we wanted to party with was the guy that tried to, or the guy that committed suicide on Niagara Falls with the boa constrictor in the human hamster ball. That was going to be the first one, but Rick James took it. So...
That's a gnarly story.
It is gnarly. So look that up. Google that story. That's actually real shit.
Guy with boa hamster ball.
Yeah, human hamster ball or plastic American Gladiators human hamster ball. I don't know how you're going to do the Google search. But I don't know. But it's almost like you can hear him coming down river. Can you hear him coming down the river?
If you listen closely, it's
No, it's not. That's not him.
that's not him.
Oh my god. It's a Michelada Minute! Buffalo edition. This Michelada Minute isn't a Michelada. We're giving it to you. Labatt Light. Blue lights, baby. This episode's brought to you always by a Michelada Minute.
Labatt Blue Light, also known as the Buffalo Michelada.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Buffalada.
The Buffalada.
So real talk, we tried to find a Michelada mix. We tried to find Michelada, maybe styrofoam cup premix things, because sometimes the corner store will resort to those. I couldn't even find fucking Bloody Mary mix at one point.
Yeah.
They don't sell tomato. They don't even sell tomato juice in this town.
They don't even have tomatoes. They got ketchup.
So
you can put you can put ketchup in your Labatt.
So this is what it proved to me is that apparently micheladas are a Mexican thing and not a Puerto Rican thing. You know what I'm saying? I thought that I would be able to find those around.
It's crazy. You have no trouble finding cocaine around here, but you can't find some tomatoes to fucking save your life. I'm just kidding. I didn't find any cocaine.
We didn't even look.
Oh God, no.
We're gonna find it at Rick James' grave. Dude, are you kidding me?
There's probably going to be a couple sacks. sitting on there.
And we talked about this last episode. It's kind of funny, but when we went to the Jimi Hendrix grave, there was like fucking weed and people put like pipes and all kinds of weird drinks. In my head, I'm hoping Rick James's grave has like a fucking line across the whole gravestone.
There's probably a geocache of cocaine
Oh, geocache.
at the gravesite. I wouldn't doubt it.
I found a geocache in Buffalo, and there wasn't cocaine in it. But, dude, that's the thing. I don't think anyone's going to be hiding it there. There's probably going to be someone passed out there that went to party with him last night that just drinks at his grave. I don't know. Rick James has got one of those vibes to me that if you were a lifer, you're fucking... There's no, like, half-assed Rick James fans.
Ain't no half stepping.
Yeah, there ain't no half-stepping at all. Dude, Rick James is fucking wild.
Speaking of Rick James, I think we're going to shoehorn our way into the next segment, and that is the strain of the episode, which we bring to you every episode. And this episode is no different, be it in Buffalo, be it in Calcutta, be it in fucking Detroit, Michigan. It does not matter. We are going to give you a strain of the episode.
Fucking neck in Calcutta.
So before we start this segment, we usually give you our straight edge correspondent every week, which we plan on keeping up on. But being as how we're in Buffalo and how we didn't want to impose on any straight edge strangers that we didn't know here.
I wanted to so bad.
I know.
Just find someone straight edge at the show and be like, "Hey, will you read this?
Will you read this and record this?" But
Why didn't you tell me?
Straight Edge Strangers should be its own
Someone's
podcast.
like Jack Hare, known for it.
so instead of that, we're in Buffalo. We're here all in the same room. We're kicking the strain of the episode over to our boy Slob Glass, Robbie Slobby Robbie.
The strain of the episode.
Those we're smoking on, baby. What do we got? What did we smoke this week?
It's some garlic cookies. I'm not sure the lineage exactly, but it's from
Yeah.
Turf God 707. Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to your boy, dude. That
we're
shit
not
was
gonna,
bomb.
We're not gonna break down like normal. We like
Okay.
to read, and we like to make it very personal and kind of an elegant way of presenting it. Nah, we're not doing that on this one. This is just the straight breakdown. Just we brought weed here. Sorry, Buffalo.
Thank you, California.
Thank you, airlines, for not airing anymore. I know it was the bomb. It wasn't a bomb, so it was good.
Yeah, it was nice. It's fruity, spicy,
Fruity, spicy, and those terps, high yield.
high yielding turns. Hella high.
What about these carts? You brought some Steezies?
I brought a Sizzy. I just killed it and it tastes like burn, but that was okay.
Got some gelato cake, personally.
Robbie actually made us all individual pipes. So Robbie blows wax. Anyone listening to this, you literally know Robbie already. Maybe some stranger. Maybe we really did get a Your Mom's House stranger that fucking listens to us, or Brian Simpson's listening to this going, "Oh, damn, I want to buy a pipe." And then he hits you
And
up.
shout out to y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, but Robbie made us all individual spoon pipes just to have and hold on to while we were here. And then we can stash them before we leave so we don't leave with them, but like disposable.
I'm going to leave mine on Rick James' grave.
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
I'm going to actually put mine in my ass and try to take it back.
So,
I might try to trade mine for pizza logs.
Dude.
dude, pizza
We
logs,
got to get
dude.
some logs before
Mo,
we go.
Mo missed that section before he got here. We did a fat section on pizza logs because when in Rome.
I mean, doing a food section here is probably like at least, 3/4 of the show, right?
Dude, it really was so far. We didn't account for the time, but honestly, we did. You know what I mean? We figured we're just going to do an open-ended Buffalo a special edition podcast, and it's probably going to be mostly food and beer.
Literally haven't mentioned the besides that we came for a show. We haven't talked about the show at all. And guess what, guys? Probably not going to, because I'm pretty sure this episode is getting pretty close, because I'm hearing Jeff Goldblum down the street.
Yeah.
So you guys better hold on. I think anything else that we really need to touch on for this one, if anyone's going to be disappointed with because they love our wacky structure and this one was a little weird, whatever, fuck off. Get to hang out with some of my best friends right now. The four of us are chilling in a fucking Airbnb living room in Buffalo. I'm in my fucking underwear still. This is so comfy.
When in Rome.
Yeah. I fell down some stairs last night though, and honestly, my tailbone. I think I broke my tailbone.
And put a hole in the wall.
I put a hole in the wall. And this is the fucked up part. I was at my least fucked up point. Like I literally, there's some super dangerous stairs here. And Robbie and I were just trying to go smoke a fucking bowl. I can't believe I'm talking about this on the podcast, dude. Like we skipped over this for 29 minutes and then I fucking bring it up.
Okay.
I know, now I'm going to rant it. Dude, this is fucked because I'm in pain. I am in so much pain right now trying to fucking play this cool. I'm just trying to play it cool. But no, for real. Robbie and I are going to have like a very end of the night bowl. And we're just going down these stairs. And I was like, literally.
I'm asleep already, keeping right.
We were walking.
I'm at
and
the bottom of the stairs.
at this point, too. No, and at this point, like yesterday at the show, for day 2 of the show, like we hardly drank. We kind of just hair of or hair on the dog. Well, we never really knew what the term is. Or
It's hair of the dog.
I don't know. What's that mean?
It means when you're drunk and you
Well, I
crack
know.
open a drink the next morning to like re-energize that.
Oh, it's like dog
Drunkenness.
hair.
Hair of the dog
That
that,
makes
bit
no
you.
sense.
Dude, it's literally it does. It's hair of the dog that bit you. So it's like an old lore
It's the
that
old
if
hangover cure.
if you get bit by a dog, you take some of that dog's hair and put it in the wound so it doesn't get infected.
Oh.
It's hair of the dog.
Usually, if
I don't
I
think
get
it-
bit by
I
a
don't know
dog,
if it
I
works
put
like
that
that.
bitch to sleep. No, so I wouldn't do that. I love dogs. No, so
That was good.
we're literally walking down the stairs. We're 3/4 of the way down the stairs. Robbie's almost at the bottom. Next thing I know, I'm like kicking him like real weird because my legs are no longer under me.
You're Kevin McAllistering the staircase.
Dude. Oh, it fucked me. Yeah, I feel like the wet bandit. Like I feel like fucking. It's fucked. But yeah, so I'm like mid-air realizing, holy shit, something really bad's happening. And then I basically, so I'm on the short side of 6'3". I'm like 225, probably like 230 pounds right now because I'm in
After
this
this weekend,
this
for sure.
Washington weight. Yeah, with Buffalo weight, I'm probably at like 240. Fucking just after this weekend. And so all of that weight is now just landing on like if you can count the stairs, like stair 1's at my neck, stair 2's at my shoulder blades, stair 3's at the middle of my back, stair 4's like right up my tramp stamp, stair 5's in my ass, like all ass. And then the rest of my legs aren't on stairs. They're kicking Robbie down the rest of those stairs.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then so
Kind of bummed I didn't see it.
No.
I mean, I would've liked
and
to laugh.
this all happened in 2 seconds flat. That was it. It was so fast. And
And then your foot was in the wall.
yeah, so then at the end of all this, I'm like, and Robbie said he looked at me too. He's like, oh, like you had said, I look ghost white. Like it's just all this shit. Like I look like I was in shock of just like I almost died. Yeah, so we kind of come to, and what the fuck just happened? And my foot is
The
still
sock,
in the wall,
sock,
in my
wall,
sock,
not in a shoe.
no shoe on. My foot's just in the wall.
I'm going to take the dad approach with this and say a wall can be replaced. Your spine cannot.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I know that. And rotted my spine. That
Yeah,
cannot
and
be replaced.
the last
cannot.
time I saw something like this happen was fish falling down my stairs to fucking Michael McDonald. Ain't no mountain high enough. So,
I seen it, dude. I seen it. Well, I guess before we get to the end of this episode and give you the Jeff Goldblum quote, I wanted to get a little sappy for a second and say thank you to all 3 of you guys for this weekend.
Good, thank you.
you,
It's
man.
been a hell of a weekend and lifelong memories made.
Yes.
And I want to give a huge shout out to Mo for showing us around and
Yeah.
getting some
Mo
stuff
knows.
in that we would have not been able to. Mo knows.
Mo knows.
Thank you for having us in your fair city and showing us around and being so hospitable. And
Hell yeah, dude.
thank you also to the fantastic people of Buffalo that made us feel so welcome all weekend, man.
Yeah,
I can't
thank
Every
tell you
time I
how-
die, we didn't touch on the event, but
we will. We'll do another podcast on the event alone. You know what I mean? For
Dude,
the
it-
follow up. So
there's no words that can describe the hospitality of this city. I know we've touched it. We've
City of good neighbors.
dude.
Yeah,
It
no fights at the show.
and
Bill.
Keith did break that down on a quick one. Like Keith did break that down, and it's a very touchy subject these days. But just the idea of a safe space, just the idea of a fact that it felt like a fucking punk rock pit. the whole show, because if someone falls down, pick them up. We're all in the same fucking page. We're all in the same shit. And it really did feel like that all weekend.
Just like it seemed like everybody was glowing. You know what I mean? All weekend, it was just the vibes were so high across the board. I know that event is a big deal for the hardcore scene and community here
city
every
of
year,
Buffalo.
and the city of Buffalo. I mean, they've been given the keys to the city. They have their own day here. You know what I mean?
Which is
Shit
today,
like that.
actually.
Yeah.
Today. It being Sunday. I know Monday it won't be anymore, but every day is Every Time I Die Day in our
Yep.
heads. But yeah, December 15th, I believe, is
Yeah, I think it's
Every Time I Die Day.
Shout out, we made it on the right weekend. And again, thank you to Mo for everything. Thank you to you two dudes for making it an awesome weekend.
Thank you,
as
man.
well.
Thank you, baby.
And we'll leave you guys with, as every episode, our Jeff Goldblum quote. Shane, why don't you give it to us this week?
I love to be directed. They can trust me and go. Jeff Goldblum. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good one, y'all.
Thanks for checking it out.
later.
Later.
Oh, that's how we do it, baby.
A younger audience. CIA Director James Woolsey said he expected the experiments to be reinforcements for TV and rock stars. The U.S. military expects the younger audience to fully comply.
The Dirty 30 Podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Dirty 30 podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe on all platforms. You can also find us at TDTPcast. That's TDTPcast. Have a good one, y'all. One.